GDScript code running slower than you'd like? Watch this. Here I've got a function running a cellular automation sim. The code's readable enough, it works fine. We're not really trying to understand how it works right now. Problem is that it runs like garbage. And on this particular day, it so turns out that I don't care about code readability. I just want this function to run at ungodly speeds. Right now, when we run this code over 10 iterations processing a 256 by 256 grid, it takes 1.5 seconds. Surely we can do much better than that. First things first, we can make our variables statically typed. This helps the GDScript interpreter skip guessing the type of our variables and function return types when returning the code. It's also much faster not to use array methods like reduce, since they're untyped and use lambda functions. That alone gets us down to 1.2 seconds. Let's keep going. Possibly the biggest optimization we can do is remove our external function calls. Having these in our code adds a crazy amount of overhead for some reason. Simply removing the logic inside cell to index and getNeighbors functions and our main function drops our compute time down to just 0.6 seconds. Crazy, but we're still going. The next trick is to avoid instantiating classes and loops where possible. Even lighter weight classes like vector2i in our case slows our processing power down. We actually don't need vector2 functionality. We can simply use the index of our cell in the grid to find neighbors. A prime example of YAGNI paying off. This cuts our time down to 0.5 seconds. Next up, we can get rid of the array holding our cell's neighbors within the loop. Arrays are useful but come with some performance overhead, so if you don't need them, don't use them. We do just fine running our updates in line like this, instead of using an array. Also, we can store our grid width and height before the actual loop to get a little extra speed. That chops our time in half. We're at 0.23 seconds now, but I've got one more optimization left. We store our grid and next grid in typed arrays, but we can actually store them as packed byte arrays, since it is only filled with ones and zeros. Let's also convert this extra ternary down here into a math expression. And that brings us down to 0.19 seconds. Not bad for GDScript. Let me know in the comments what else can be done to speed up your GDScript code. Interested in learning some other Godot performance tricks? Check out the linked video for 12 more Godot performance tips.